Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Stress is just a part of life, but how you respond to stress can make all the difference to your body. Here with easy stress reduction techniques, we welcome back therapist Maegan Megginson. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me back.
I feel like just saying the word stress, I feel stressed.
Oof, I don't like that.
Do we have to just take a breath immediately?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about all of these stress reduction things that we hear about that sometimes can really get us more worked up in the first place. Is that kind of a good place to start?
I think that's a great place to start because I find that so many of the ways we try to manage our stress are actually making things worse.
True.
There's two ways to think about that. The first is that sometimes when we say we're trying to manage our stress, what we're actually trying to do is eliminate the stressor.
Oh.
And I'm all for eliminating the stressor, but when you're stressed, you just don't have the capacity to solve complex problems.
That's true.
Most of the things that are stressing us out are really complex. So permission granted not to solve any problems right now. We want to just reduce our stress. The other thing we do that often makes things way worse is giving ourselves too big of a task to try to reduce our stress, like a 10-day vacation in Mexico or going to the spa. Again, all great things, but most of the time we don't have the time or the money to tend to ourselves in those ways. So adding them to the to-do list just makes us feel worse.
And the to-do list, it just keeps growing, and then that cycle just keeps spinning, and you're like, how did I end up here? I was trying to de-stress.
Right, and now I feel even worse. My to-do list is even longer. Exactly, we have to rewind that pattern.
So where's a good place to start? Should we talk about the nervous system a bit as well, and how that all kind of ties into this?
Yeah, so I think a great question to ask yourself is, what can I do to reduce my stress that actually makes me feel better without ramping up my stress or adding more tasks to my to-do list? And the best thing that we can do is learn how to regulate our nervous systems. Now, our nervous system you can think of as a control panel inside of your body that's communicating to you how you're doing. So if you're feeling really stressed or really anxious, that's your nervous system saying like, hey, you're not doing so great. But the same on the other end of the spectrum. If you're feeling depressed or deflated or low energy, your nervous system is saying you're not doing so great. So what we want to do to really reduce our stress, increase our capacity, is tend to our nervous system.
And just listen to your own body sometimes.
Listen to your body always.
You have some really simple, approachable tips to get us started in the right direction, starting with just breathing, right?
Yeah, the first has to do with breathing. And great news, you're already doing it.
Yay!
Okay, we're halfway there. So we're already breathing, we're already tending to ourselves, but what we want to do is bring a little more intention to the way that we're breathing. Intention requires paying attention. Right? So we want to pay attention to how we're breathing. And one really simple strategy is to breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold the breath for a moment, and then exhale through your mouth for 7 counts. Right? The key here is that the exhale is longer than the inhale. When we do that, we're really telling our nervous system that we're okay. We're calm, we're safe, everything's fine. If you breathe really shallow, or if you're taking deep breaths but it's kind of fast, you're actually mimicking the feeling, the sensation of hyperventilating, which tells the nervous system you're in danger. So breathe in for 4, breathe out for 7. Do that 4 times. Immediately, you're going to feel a reduction in your stress.
I've heard people say that can help you if you're trying to fall asleep as well, kind of calm things down and just taking the intention, I guess.
That's right. It's just the slowing down, breathing, connecting to the body. Great place to start.
What about connecting with literally the earth, touching nature?
So my second favorite tip for de-stressing is to take off your shoes and put your feet in the grass. Right? And this isn't some like crunchy granola hippie thing. Like, this is rooted in science. We are human beings. We are from the earth. And sometimes we're stressed because we spend too much time in concrete boxes. Right? And we're not designed to be cooped up. We're designed to be on the land. So if you feel really stressed or sort of lost and overwhelmed inside of your body, putting the soles of your feet on the earth can be a great way to ground yourself, to drop into a sense of calm. And if you really want to be an overachiever, you can do that 4-7 breathing exercise while your feet are in the grass.
You're talking.
You're going to feel so much better right away.
Bliss. That's easy too. You only need a few seconds to pull that off and probably feel something pretty instantaneously. How about taking a short break to search for joy? How do you find it? Where do you look?
So I think what I really want to say here is that joy is the ultimate medicine. Right? Joy is the medicine for anything that ails you. When we feel stressed, you mentioned it earlier, we get caught in a cycle, right? Where stress begets more stress, begets more stress. What do we need to break that cycle? We need joy. If you want to reduce your stress, take a break, search for joy. Some really simple ways to do that are to listen for laughter. Right? Walking down the hallway, walking down the street, sitting in a cafeteria or a restaurant, can you hear someone laughing, and can you just let that land in your body like medicine? Maybe we need to start a little bit smaller and you look at cat videos on Instagram.
There you go.
It doesn't matter what you do, but if you can bring intention to seeking out things that make you happy, that bring a smile to your face, it's incredible what that does for regulating the nervous system, bringing you back to a sense of calm.
And starting with those small moments, do you kind of build momentum and then set yourself up for a better chance to solve the bigger problems when you have a little bit more bandwidth?
Right. Every time we regulate our nervous system or we reduce our stress, we are increasing our capacity, right? We're increasing our capacity to think big thoughts, to have conversations with people we need to have hard conversations with. When we have more capacity, our likelihood of knowing the solution to those bigger stressors increases tenfold. So you're doing yourself a favor on multiple levels.
It's a great place to start. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We can do this.
We can do this. We're already doing it.
We're already there. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.